So who wants to see some really cool RC cars? Who wants to see some really cool, really old RC cars? These RC cars, some people probably don't even remember the stores that these were sold in. That's how old they are. Not only that, they're so big that I had to record this video in the entry room of my house because I don't have anywhere to put them because they are huge. Literally, it's probably the second or third largest RC car that I've ever seen. Even compared to the Red Cat Clawback, these things are freaking huge. They take up an extra table and the dining room table. And I'm gonna show you these cars right now. So this big boy RC car is an old RC car from apparently Century RCs. And they call it the famous RC car, Surmount Champion. It also has the name Ultrasonic International, Shadowbreaker, and Supersonic on it. So I honestly don't know what name is what because there's like 5 different names on the car. But we can pretty much go with the fact that it's a knockoff Skyline. It doesn't have any labeling or branding of any real car, so it really can't be identified as a specific car. But it's kind of obvious the way it looks. Now, they state that it's a simulation of true style. These cars were clearly designed to mimic things like the Fast and the Furious cars, which I'm a personal fan of, I'm not gonna lie, so I dig it. But it's really cool. Now, the kicker is that these were given to me for presentation at the Arizona Lowrider Super Show in my booth by a buddy of mine who actually found a bunch of these cars, if I remember the story correctly, in an old storage unit. And he found a bunch of them, sold a couple of them. I plan on buying one from him probably to modify and customize and everything. But he found them and they were brand new in the box. Now, like I said, these were sold at a store that some people might not remember, but some people may, and that is KB Toys. The actual box is KB Toys. So these were actually sold at KB Toys back in probably around 2003, 2004, maybe even a little bit earlier than that. I don't know the date of manufacturing on the cars, and the manual, which is this like paper manual of awesomeness that's literally just one sheet and tells you what things are and what things do and how the key works. There's a key to turn it on, and you put a whole ton of batteries in the 27 megahertz radio system. And then the other side is obviously all this. Can't read none of that. I should. That'd be kind of cool. It's pretty wicked. Now, it's very basic. It's a solid rear axle. It's got wannabe suspension in the front. A little bit of that, and it has lights, the bells, the whistles, the whole 9 yards. It has speakers, it plays music. It's actually really cool. At the car show, it was great because it allowed me to play some music and everything. Now, the interior of it has a key. You have to actually turn it on with a real key, like an actual little car key. Each one of these comes with a key. They're not specific to the car itself. They just literally you put it in and it turns on. But it's got interior right side drive. I got a little Bluetooth thing here so we can listen to some music here. But like I said, it plugs in. The plug doubles as not only the car plug, so you can have it stationary and listen to music, but this actually charges the big lead acid battery that comes with it. It's cool because the battery is a 12-volt battery. So theoretically speaking, this bad boy runs off of a 3S battery, and I know because I did it. I actually hooked up a 3S battery with a low volt cutoff and a Tamiya plug connector to the Deans that was on the 3S, and I was actually able to run this off of that. So if you were to actually drive one of these, you could actually put a 3S battery in it and give it a little bit of juice, which is kind of cool because a regular nickel metal or a lead acid doesn't have the power a 3S does. So it actually kind of kicked it up. But it's very basic. I mean, when you hit the trigger on one of these things, I tested it just a little bit. I'm not going to do it on video. I'm not going to taint the wheels. I'm not going to drive it at all. I just stood it up on stands and I tested it. The steering is all the way one way, all the way the other way. There's no in between. It's like direct, like left, right. It's like basic, very toy grade. So the steering is very left, very right, and then the power is on or off. That's it. It's like a power wheel. It just literally, you hit the throttle and it goes. It doesn't have any speed variation, no nothing. So I plan on customizing it to where it actually has a full-blown ESC, way better suspension. It's gonna get a whole nother color put on it, take all the stickers off, new wheels probably. I'm probably gonna completely do the underneath, keep the interior, keep the little fake engine. Now the fake engine's kind of cool, but the problem is it's the top side of the engine, and that's it. There's actually no guts to the engine. It's like a little cover, and it's supposed to move, but I think it only moves these little pistons in here. They actually kind of light up and move, but it only does that when it drives, I think, because when you turn it on and play the music, the car doesn't actually move the engine. And even if you hit the throttle to move the wheels while it's on the stand, it doesn't. So I think it has to do with some sort of the actual movement of the car. I don't know. They wouldn't work for me. I don't know what it did. Maybe they're broken. I don't know. They're very old, so you never know. It's really cool. This one's the drop top. This can be removed, and then the hard top from this one actually can be put on it. And it's kind of funny because they come in these big, huge boxes, right? And they have this little bow on them. That bow is literally there on every single one. I don't know why. It's just this random little bow. Like when you see a brand new car at a car lot, that's what you get. Well, this is what it is. Yeah, that's it. We're going to turn it on and listen to some music real quick and check it out and see what it sounds like. So yeah, they're pretty cool RC cars. They're old and basic and a little dated as far as like what it does and how it runs. And my Bluetooth died, so actually this cable is running it right now, connected to the tablet running music. So the cable's pretty old. It sounds like crap, honestly. The sound system could get a whole new revamp. So, but they're really awesome. I'm really impressed by what they were. I had never actually seen one this big. I know there's like a 6-scale version that's smaller, and it looks kind of like the Spider from Fast and the Furious 2, Too Fast, Too Furious. So it's a little bit different, but I thought they were small. So when my buddy hit me up and showed me these, I didn't expect them to be as big. I mean, these things are massive. They're really big. We're talking the full 5th scale. It's like Red Cat XR Rally size. These things are pretty darn big. Well, I don't normally do new RC car videos because, quite frankly, I don't think I'll ever do like the brand new newest RC car video. Just simply because I don't really want to review a video from a company that I may not like, or I don't like what the car looks like or how it runs or something. So I don't want to end up doing a review on a car that I don't like. But I will always do a review on an old school classic car like this. But if you like these kind of RC cars and you like some custom work on these hard bodies like this, stay tuned. I don't know exactly when I'll do the work, but I will. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.